too.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
we'll have to do it again.
Would you like me to stop sharing?
No, you
good.
keep
No, put recording on the top.
actually introduce me briefly.
It's recorded. Okay. Well, as Doris mentioned, I had a lot of experiences in different industries, and my background really is sales and marketing and business development. So for many years, that was what I was doing. But on the side, I was very much involved in working for great causes in nonprofit organizations. I just grew up enjoying helping causes that I'm passionate about. So 10 years ago, when I moved to North Carolina, I was at a crossroads, and I was thinking, what would be the best thing for me to do moving forward? And friends and family affirmed that I've always had that passion for charitable organizations. So I started doing a specific search, and I ended up working with the Cancer Society for 3 years, the Heart Association for 3 years, handling the Sandhills region. And one of my board members at the Heart Association is from Johnston County, and I got to meet her and learned about her organization. I wasn't searching for another job at the time, but she talked about one of their programs called the Angel Fund that helps cancer patients in need. And at that particular period, my nephew was battling cancer. And being the fundraiser of the family, we started this massive fundraising campaign for him. His battle was short. He only had a 3-month battle, but it was a journey with a lot of love and friendships, because friends and family stepped forward to help him. Strangers from different places opened up their homes for him to be able to stay there doing their treatments, and give him gas cards or just take him to the movies so he will be entertained during that period. So when I learned about the job at Johnston Health Foundation, it sort of pulled the heartstring for me, because it was a story that was relevant to me. So throughout the time that I've been working with these nonprofit organizations, I particularly enjoy it because I get to speak with people and hear their stories. Everybody's got a story to tell, whether it be a story for business or a story for nonprofit causes. There is always something that you can connect with another person on. And stories are very powerful. The stories can attract someone, it can engage someone, it can move someone's heart or someone's mind, and it can compel somebody to tell another person another story, whether it be a joke or just a story. You know, something that's very interesting, you tend to pass it on from one person to another. So since I started working with nonprofits, I've been storytelling throughout those 10 years. And I'm still storytelling to date. And I realized that the Rotary is no different from other nonprofit organizations. In fact, the Rotary has even more stories to tell, because you support not just one cause. You do networking events, you do fun things, you do things to help people. You do professional networking or professional education stuff that will sort of help your members professionally. So there's a lot to brag about. So that's why my topic as public image chair of the district is the power of storytelling. I just want to encourage you as members of the E-Club and your club as a whole to think of ways in how you can share your stories, because inevitably membership, recruitment, fundraisers come from those stories. So I'm going to move on to the next slide. Okay, so I don't know if you're aware, but in Rotary International, we have different themes each year, and the new president's theme is Rotary Opens Opportunities. So when you think about the stories that you're going to share, or anything about the projects that you do, or what you enjoy about the Rotary in general, think of how you can relay that message to people, or relay those stories by emphasizing on what those opportunities are, whether it be opportunities for yourself or opportunities for the people that are participating, non-Rotarians. What opportunities can they look forward to? And that's what we need to bring forward every time, whether it be social media or just by phone or by text with people. And then we also have our monthly themes. So this month, the theme is Membership and New Club Development Month. And I was asking Doris a while ago what the membership count looked like and where the members are. And it's really awesome that you have a quite diverse group representing different cities. There might be a few challenges here and there in how to connect with each other all the time, but you know, once or twice a month, maybe, or every other month would suffice if it's a memorable one. So when you get to speak with people or just among yourselves, try to focus on who we are and what the value of Rotary is to you, because inevitably that goes into your elevator speech when you talk to people. And this is our vision statement as an organization. We always say together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities and in ourselves. So when you're stuck in an elevator or you're just talking to a friend that you just happen to see in the area where your meeting is going to be or where your event's going to be, just think about what will your one-liner or two-liner be so that they would know that you're Rotarian. It doesn't have to be mentioned verbatim, but if you can just pick and choose the parts of the vision statement that matter the most to you, use that as your elevator speech. So everybody's got a Rotary story, and these don't have to be professionally recorded or produced. It could be something as simple as a selfie video, and just show of hands. Who here has done a selfie video in the past? Raise your hand. Selfie video. Okay, so if you've done a selfie video in the past, that's just how easy it's going to be. Speak with your fellow members by putting a video on social media, or just talk to your friends and family. Tell them that you're Rotarian and why it's important to you, or why you joined it and why you want them to be a part of it through your selfie video. And then maybe as an e-club, you can compile those videos and create like a collage of videos or a video database, which you can use at the end of the year with your own e-club story. So storytelling is the most effective tool for recruitment, engagement, fundraising, and partnerships. So take note of that, whether it be a written testimonial, a written story, or a video story. You know, that really matters a lot, because people don't react to something that they see that's generic. Like if there's a quote taken from another Facebook page or another website and you just put it on your post, you won't get that much response versus a message that you yourself would put in there, because they know you and they can relate with you. So somewhere in what you're going to say, there's going to be something that is interesting for them that they will react to, and that's what you want from friends and family and from strangers. And to be able to share these stories, you don't have to be a public image expert or a marketing expert. You don't even have to have marketing experience, because we've got all the tools in the district. We have content and templates. Doris mentioned about logging into My Rotary. If you go to My Rotary, you'll see the brand center where all the templates and information would be in there. It gets kind of overwhelming because it's a huge database. So I just pull information that the district would need and I put it on the district website. We have a Facebook page, LinkedIn page, website. We have DACDB and a digital toolkit, and they're all available online. So if and when you need content about, whether it be about an area of focus, about our theme, about the theme for the month, or awareness months that are coming up, you can just pick this information from the district Facebook page and share it on your eClub page. And there you go, you have instant content. If we have videos, we always like to pick videos that are compelling from other clubs as well, or stories and events. Feel free to share those, and that's instant content for you. Until such time that you have content that's customized for the eClub, you know, you can always share content that's already existing, that's developed by the organization itself. So the Rotary Brand Center, we have a monthly planning calendar. We have a pool of experts. I'm a part of the Public Image Committee for Zone 33. Zone 33 includes around 31 districts in nine states and 3 other countries. So it's a big zone, and that zone has a group, and we share resources with one another. So we have a wealth of information. If I don't have it, I can definitely find it for you. So Zone 33 has a club video contest. I know that you don't always see each other face to face, but it doesn't matter. It could be something that you did together online, and just emphasize on the highlights of that project, or just talk about your club, and maybe put all those selfie videos together and edit it into one maximum 2-minute long video that you can submit on May 14, 2021. And whatever video you would create would be your club story to share in the coming years. It could be for membership, it could be for recruitment of volunteers, recruitment of members, it could be to show to sponsors. So just take advantage of the tools that we have on our smartphones. It's very easy. So I wanted to share these successful stories, projects that are done by some clubs, but you'll see some stories in a little bit. So hold on, let me open up. Oh, what happened there? Right, I'll show you some videos real quick if you don't mind. So this is a project that happened during July 4th weekend. It was extended to a 2-week period. It's a display of American flags. It started off with the goal of 100 flags, and it just grew because the community just kept asking for it, and we extended it for another week, and we ended up with 500 US flags. So I wanted to share this with you because there was a collaboration with the town of Clayton, and the town of Clayton helped us develop this video, which sort of went viral and became the video that had the most online traffic for the town of Clayton in its entire history of online platforms. So here's the video.
We don't hear.
You may want to do the closed caption. We can't hear it.
We don't hear.
Oh,
We can't hear what it's saying.
you can't hear it?
You may want to put the closed caption on.
It's on
Mute. You had it on mute.
You
No, it
may
was-
want to put the closed caption.
what?
Closed caption. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear it?
No,
No.
but at least we
No?
can read what they're saying.
Okay, let's try another one. Let's try this one. Tell me if you can hear it.
No.
No.
Can you hear it?
No.
That's weird. Hold on. How do we do that?
It's okay. We can just read it if you.
Okay, anyway, on the PowerPoint presentation that I shared, the links are all attached to the PowerPoint. I wanted to show you the video from the town of Clayton. And because of that partnership, we had a professionally developed video. That's the 500 flags on display right there.
Could you do it so we can see the subtitles?
Sure.
Okay.
This one?
Right, so we can at least read what it's saying.
There you go. So it says, something amazing sprouted out of the field next to Johnston Health Clayton on North Carolina 42 West on Sunday morning. The Rotary clubs, it's a collaboration between 3 clubs. The Rotary Club of Clayton, Clayton Midday, and Central Johnston came together to launch the first Flags for Heroes project, creating an incredible visual display of American flags during the week of July 4th. They started out hoping to put out about 100, but ended up having so many people want to sponsor a flag in honor of their heroes that there are 350, actually it became 500, now waving proudly in Clayton. This project was meant to engage the entire community and serves as a reminder to celebrate, remember, and recognize the heroes that have served and sacrificed for our freedom, health, and safety. This inspiring tribute will be on display through July 11th, which we extended by another week. So that was an awesome project. WRL came out, CBS came out, News and Observer put information out, local and regional media basically were there. And it couldn't have come out at a better time because people who sponsored flags were honoring not just veterans, but also healthcare heroes, essential workers, first responders, family members who were battling cancer. So each of those flags that were on display had a story to tell. And the video that I was about to show you, this lady is a visitor actually of the site. She just saw it, she was driving by and she saw it and she came by and she remembered her father who's a veteran. So she was sharing her story and she was in tears because it brought back her memory of her father, and she was sharing how he was very proud to be an American, etc. And you know, she did it in a single take because she was very passionate about it, and she was not even a Rotarian. She signed up to become a Rotarian after that.
Wow.
And we have a lot of people who drove by throughout the 2 weeks, and Rotarians were there just to talk to them, take their pictures for them. It was just a great way to increase awareness on the Rotary, what we do for community. And at the same time, they get to share their tribute stories of why they're sponsoring a flag. So it was just an amazing experience, and everything was done socially distanced. We were supposed to have a full-on flyover, big ceremony with all essential workers represented, but there wasn't, you know, at that time, it was at the height of COVID, and we didn't want to put anybody at risk. So we canceled the event and made it a flow-in event so people can just drive in at the time that it was convenient for them. So we only had like 5 to 6 cars at a time that came in, but it was just an amazing experience. There was a photography group that came in called Activate Good. It's a volunteer group. They had an intern come and just take pictures of the event. So these are professionally taken photos by them. So she's our treasurer now, and he's a new member. The fire department put up the giant flag on the first day when we installed everything. And these are our volunteers. We have the Boy Scouts there putting flags in. These are volunteer Rotarians that were working on assembling the flags. And we had an American Legion member there. So these are really great photos that they're allowing us to use next year. And just the pictures themselves show expression and show, you know, the pride of the people that are working it, volunteering for it, or just we're visiting. And our Facebook page has a whole lot more photos that we've taken. And then there are more projects, hold on. So that's the Flags for Heroes project. The next one is a super duper duck splash project of the Wakefield Rotary Club of Wake Forest. It's basically a rubber duck contest. So the sponsors had their own ducks. They were the first ones to take off. And I had a video for it as well. But you know, if there's no audio, you can take a look at it later.
Oh, yeah.
And then they had a really cool video where they had an anchor. It's almost like the opening of it's like the preview of the US Open or the PGA golf tournament, you know, where players are coming in, celebrities and sponsors were coming in, being interviewed and getting them prepped up for the actual start of the tournament. So that's the atmosphere of the videos that are on this slide. So if Doris can share it, the PowerPoint later on, you can all click and watch it, but they're really, really cool videos. And then the last project I wanted to share with you is Halos for Heroes, which is by the Apex Sunrise Rotary Club. And this sort of was started off by Lisa Higginbotham. She was the president of the club, and she owns a company called 5-Star Awards and Engraving. Their business basically had no operation whatsoever during COVID-19, and she's pivoted by creating face shields for healthcare workers. And she was able to get, together with the club, a grant from the district in partnership with NC State and the UNC Chapel Hill Beam program, which as a result have generated 40,000 face shields donated throughout different health systems. So again, ABC 11, all channels covered it. There was an interview of her on here if you click it. And she shared why she started that project and used her resources to pivot and create these professionally, industrially produced face shields, which are the best of all the donated face shields to date. And those are just very interesting stories to share. Now, mind you, these are huge projects, and all these 3 projects were lucky enough to be able to be picked up by regional media. But the stories that I'm talking about don't necessarily have to be projects that big. It could just be as simple as selfie videos of you, your sponsors, your partners who share why they're involved in what you're doing, and what opportunities did that bring to them, to their business, to their club, or to their family. So which are everything that you would see if you click on these videos. It's basically the stories of how they got connected with the Rotary and why it matters to them. So anyway, in a nutshell, that's the power of storytelling. And I hope that you would enjoy telling your story as Rotarians, or telling your story in whatever matters to you, what you're passionate about, because inevitably those stories are what will go viral for you. You have questions for me?
We go back and share your screen, please.
Oh,
Thank you, Sol. I have a question about your the sponsors. How do you get sponsors to actually, because I think we've done some good events ourselves. Our e-club has been able to donate to good causes, and we've been part of service projects where we've done good things. But how do you go about getting sponsors? I think that's something that we may not be very knowledgeable.
Sure. Well, it's a great question. Sponsors, basically, they could be individuals or companies, right? You have to sort of create your proposal on a sponsorship packet. It could just be a letter with a form attached to it, but you have to say what the project's about. You just put the basic who, what, why, when, where, and how. But you also have to sort of pick the sponsors that you're going to invite, and tell them why you're doing what you're doing. If it's a food drive, you can always go to companies that you think have food insecurity as part of their priorities. If it's a grocery store, they typically would donate food as well. So just try to find companies that are aligned with the project that you're creating and submit those letters to them. Especially now during COVID-19, actually, this is the perfect time to ask for sponsors. People think it's not a good time, but actually it's the best time, because sponsors are willing to listen to you and look at their proposals online and look at the emails, versus before they would expect you to be in front of them face to face doing a formal ask, right? So now we can take advantage of the virtual capabilities and it being acceptable at this time. So sponsorship letters always count, but it's also crucial for you to have somebody who knows that contact, who knows that potential sponsor, whether it be a warm contact or a hot contact. It's always, you have greater chance of success when you walk in with somebody they already know, because they warm up to you right away. But not to say, people that you don't know at all, if the cause is great and, and they understand what you're doing and they are excited about it, it's inevitable that these companies, whether or not there's a contact, they would come on board and join you. So if you're thinking of a project and you're trying to develop the sponsor packet, send me a draft and I can sort of help you develop something.
Nice, thank you. I am a member of the public image group. We have Will, who came on about his water pipe being broke. He is the chair of our public image. So thank you.
Awesome.
I also like what you were talking about, how you're looking at our membership. So I think we need to, I know our membership committee, with Leanna being our chair and Kathy co-chaired, are asking questions of the public image committee. I got your message, I just saw it, Leanna. And I see how we could work together. I get that. I get it. Thank
Well,
you.
because you're part of the public image committee, you basically have an umbilical cord with me now.
Yeah, that's right.
Since I'm in charge of public image for the district, just email me at pi@rotary77.org.
Okay.
And and just send me whatever your needs are, and I will get you information or templates that will make life easier for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, this is Gene Perry. I have a question about the process or the methodology in bringing in the outside media, getting that media attention.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by process?
In
Like
other
how
words,
to get their attention?
how to get their attention. Yeah.
Yes. So the thing with media, for especially regional media, it's tricky because you don't know whether they'll pick it up or not, right? But like what I said, it's just like a sponsorship packet. You have to make the story very compelling in a brief format, and sort of create like a press release for them already, so they do less writing, and just feed them with the information. So all you have to do is send it to all these press outlets and local and regional, and then you'll never know what they're going to pick up, right? But they will let you know if they're going to put it out there either on paper, on TV, online, and stuff like that. So my suggestion is, if you have a project that you want to present to media, shoot me an email, because there are some projects that are more effective with local media than regional, just to be totally honest. Because if it's a very local community project, regional would not be interested, and it won't be relevant to the audience, right? Because they're not from here. But if it's a project that entails attracting people from a wider geographic territory, then you do need regional, and then they will give you attention. So we have press release templates. We have letter templates. So depending on what you would like to do, just shoot me an email and I can help you guys walk you through it. And we have relationships already with some media representatives, so we can sort of try to find out from them, is this something that we can put out, or if not, give us guidance, and they usually would point you to the right direction.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eugene.
Does anyone else have a question? Do you have your hand up, Leanne? No?
Is there a PR packet that you give to clubs? Could something like that,
Well,
that we can use to a toolkit or something that you can give to us?
very good question. There actually is a digital toolkit. It has to be updated. Every year it has to be updated even more because more stuff come out. But on the district7710.org website, there is a tab called resources and links. And you will see there that says something that says District 7710 digital toolkit. It takes you to a Google Drive, and then you'll see different things, like there would be materials for membership, materials for public image, materials for club development, and stuff like that. So just always stay connected with that, because more templates are being loaded on there as we received information from RI, from the zone, etc.
Thank you.
And then with the new Rotary, what I mentioned earlier, it has in there about all the different kind of resources you can pull up in the resource area there.
Yes.
Because I opened it up a little bit today.
There you go.
I see that I must have had the 2019, 2020, maybe when it was created. I don't have the 2020, 2021 access. How do you get access to it? Do you get
Okay. So I'll find out how you can get access to that, to the 2020 or 2021. And I'll connect with you afterwards.
Thank you.
If you would put on the chat box your email address, and I'll
Sure.
connect with you.
And I'll give you Will's too. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Is there any more questions? If we're not, let's unshare the screen. We want to present you with a certificate.
Aw.
Okay, Melinda? Okay. Thank you, Saul.
Thank you.
Okay, the Rotary E Club of District 7710 Certificate of Appreciation is hereby granted to Saul Halliburton for imparting valuable insight and inspiration as our guest. Awarded August 4th, 2020, and is presented to you by Doris Wallace, President 2021, Rotary E Club of District 7710.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's
Oh,
cute.
would you like to do the four-way test for us this evening?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna close the meeting and then Hal's gonna do the four-way test.
Okay. All set?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Of all the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Okay, I want to thank all the members and guests for being with us tonight. So this will end our meeting. So I will stay online. If anybody want to chat for a few minutes, we can do so as well. So, but this will end our meeting. Thank you all with all those beautiful, happy faces. Stay safe and stay home. I just found out today that I got to stay home for 14 days. I got to be quarantined.
You want to turn your recording off.
Oh, I did? Oh, I thought I turned it on.
And please don't forget, when Doris sends you the PowerPoint,